You've seen your cat do it. They freeze, lock onto a blank wall, and track something that just isn't there. You know the pose. The body goes stiff. The pupils widen into inky black pools. Their head tilts, just a bit, as they stare intently at a corner, a plain wall, or the empty air right next to you. You probably joke that they're seeing ghosts, that your house is haunted, and your cat is the only one on patrol. But what if the scientific truth is far more incredible, and honestly, a lot weirder? Your cat isn't staring at nothing. They're peering into a hidden world, a world of sights, sounds, and feelings completely invisible and silent to you. They are living in a version of your home that you will never experience. The truth isn't supernatural, it's biological. And right now, we're going to show you exactly what they perceive when they stare into the void. This isn't about ghosts. This is about the sensory superhero living in your house. Let's start with that blank wall. To you, it's a silent, solid barrier. To your cat, it might as well be a speaker broadcasting a secret radio station. The first piece of this puzzle isn't what your cat sees, but what it hears. You've seen it, right? The sudden head tilt, the ears swiveling like tiny satellite dishes. That's not random. That's your cat performing advanced acoustic triangulation. Human hearing is decent, maxing out around 20,000 hertz. Anything above that is ultrasonic, a dead zone of silence for us. For a cat, that's where things get interesting. A cat's hearing can rocket up to around 64,000 hertz, and some sources report it may even be higher. This isn't just a slightly better version of our hearing. It's an entirely different dimension of sound. This ability is a direct evolutionary hand-me-down from their time as hunters of small, fast prey. The tiny, high-frequency squeaks of rodents or the skittering of insects are loud and clear to a cat. So when your cat is staring at a wall, they could be listening to the frantic scrabbling of a mouse inside the drywall. They could be tracking a cockroach behind the baseboard. They can even hear the high-pitched hum of electronics that we think are silent. That phone charger? That smart TV on standby? To your cat, they might be putting out a constant attention-grabbing buzz. Their ears are built for this. With 32 muscles controlling each ear, compared to our handful, they can rotate their ears 180 degrees to create a sonic map of the room. They aren't just hearing a sound. They're building a three-dimensional model of where it's coming from with stunning precision. So, the next time you see that intense stare, don't worry. Your cat is just listening to a hidden world right through your walls. Okay, so they hear the invisible. But what about what they see? This is where it gets even stranger because their eyes don't just see better in the dark. They might be seeing a fundamentally different reality. First, let's cover low light. It's no secret cats have exceptional night vision. This is thanks to a high number of rod cells in their retina for dim conditions, and a biological mirror called the tapetum lucidum. This layer bounces light back through the eye, giving them a second chance to catch every photon. It's why their eyes glow in photos, and why they move through a dark room with an eerie grace while we're busy stubbing our toes. But here's the real twist. What if that blank white wall isn't blank at all? Studies suggest that the lenses in a cat's eyes, unlike ours, allow ultraviolet, UV, light to pass through to the retina. Humans have lenses that block UV light, but cats and many other animals don't have that filter. This makes it plausible that they are able to perceive light in the UV spectrum, a wavelength completely invisible to us. What does that mean in practice? Think about it. Lots of things reflect UV light in ways we can't imagine. Some paints, fabrics, or even cleaning residues could leave complex patterns on a seemingly plain surface. A spider's web, nearly invisible to us, might stand out clearly. The urine trails of small animals, which rodents use to mark paths, often glow under UV light. So, when your cat is fascinated by a blank spot on the carpet, they might be seeing something you can't. To them, that wall could be a canvas of streaks and spots, telling a story written in a language of light we were never meant to read. Now, let's combine their hearing and unique vision with a third superpower, an almost supernatural ability to detect motion. As ambush predators, a cat's entire visual system is optimized not for crisp, colorful details, but for one thing: picking up movement. Their peripheral vision is wider than ours, and their eyes are packed with those motion-sensitive rod cells. This makes them experts at spotting the tiniest twitch of a mouse's ear or the subtle flicker of a moth's wing. Ever watch your cat fixate on a sunbeam? They're not just sunbathing. They are likely tracking the mesmerizing dance of individual dust motes floating in the air, each one a tiny, sparkling target. That empty corner they're obsessed with, it might hold a nearly invisible spider, slowly spinning its web. Their world is alive with a universe of tiny movements that our brains are programmed to ignore. This sensitivity also changes how they see our technology. Cats have a higher flicker fusion rate than humans, meaning they process images more quickly. To us, a movie looks like seamless motion, and a standard light bulb casts a steady glow. But to a cat, some older screens or fluorescent lights might not look continuous. They could perceive a rapid, almost strobe-like flickering that is totally invisible to us. It might explain why they seem bothered by certain lights for no reason. The room isn't haunted. The lighting is just throwing a frantic, silent disco. So that stare isn't a blank mind. It's the opposite. It's a mind that is hyper-focused, processing a stream of data from tiny movements we are completely blind to. Sometimes, the stare isn't at a wall or into the air, but into the space right in front of them, as if they're sensing something without seeing or hearing it. And in a way, they are. For this, we look at their whiskers. Calling them whiskers doesn't do them justice. These aren't just hairs. Known as vibrissae, they are deeply embedded tactile sensors, like a biological radar system. Each whisker is rooted in a follicle packed with nerves, making its tip incredibly sensitive. Here's where it gets cool. Whiskers don't even need to touch something to detect it. They are so finely tuned that they can feel subtle changes in air currents. As a cat moves, its whiskers read how air flows around objects, creating a 3D map of their surroundings. This, combined with their vision and memory, is a major reason they can navigate in the dark without bumping into things. It's a sense of feeling the shape of the air. Think about what that means. When your cat stares into the gap between the couch and the wall, they might be feeling something. It's possible they're sensing the faint draft from an insect crawling on the other side, or tiny vibrations in the floorboards that you'd never notice. This whisker net, which includes whiskers above their eyes, on their chin, and even on the back of their front legs, provides a constant stream of information. It's a close-range detection system that acts as a true sixth sense. When they're staring at nothing, they might just be analyzing a complex report of air pressure and micro vibrations, deciding if that disturbance is a threat or maybe prey. We've looked at their super hearing, their alternate reality vision, and their tactile radar. Now let's put it all together to understand the final piece, the stare itself. Why do they lock on for so long, so intently, without moving? The answer lies in their most fundamental identity. Your cat is descended from highly efficient ambush predators, and for an ambush predator, stillness isn't a bug. It's the core of their hunting software. In the wild, chasing every faint sound or blurry movement would be a foolish waste of energy. A successful predator doesn't just react, it assesses. When a cat's senses pick up a potential target, a high-frequency squeak, a UV visible flicker, or a slight disturbance in the air, its prime directive isn't to pounce, it's to freeze. That intense, unblinking stare is your cat running diagnostics. They are focusing all their extraordinary senses on one spot, waiting for a second data point. They're waiting for the sound to repeat, for the movement to happen again, for the disturbance to get stronger. This confirms it wasn't a fluke, but a potential target. This incredible patience is pure instinct. They will wait, watch, and listen, conserving energy until they are sure of their target and its location. That long, vacant gaze at the baseboard isn't a system crash. It's a hunting program running at full capacity. It's a powerful reminder that even the laziest house cat is running on some seriously sophisticated predator software, now patiently waiting for a dust bunny to move again in your living room. So, the next time you see your cat staring off into space, don't just write it off as a weird cat thing, and you can probably forget about the ghosts. Take a moment to appreciate what you're really witnessing. You are seeing a creature that is listening to sounds you can't hear and likely seeing light you can't see. A hunter, tracking movements too small for your eyes and feeling the very air in the room. They aren't staring at nothing. They're staring at everything. They are simply living in a richer, more detailed sensory reality than we are. That empty gaze is a window not into the supernatural, but into the incredible hidden world of a biological marvel. Understanding this doesn't just solve a mystery, it deepens our respect for these amazing animals we share our homes with. What's the strangest thing your cat stares at? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear what enigmas are playing out in your house. And if you enjoyed decoding your cat's behavior and want to learn more about the secret lives of your pets, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.